Hi everyone! Today it's time to start adding some analysis to our income statement. Let's say I would like to compare my income statement with previous selected month income statement. We can also compare our income statement actuals with income statement budgets, but I don't have too much of the budget's value for all the profit and loss lines, so we will be comparing current month income statement with the income statement for the previous selected month. If you would like to see budgets versus actuals comparison inside the income statement, please write that in the comment section below and I will be covering that later. Here, we're building a customized profit and loss statement, where we're able to slice the data by country/profit center, product. We can also switch on and off different types of costs from the income statement and see how the business performs with or without this or that type of costs. We will also be able to see the income statement by segment. All tutorial links you will be able to find in the description of this video. If you find these short tutorials valuable, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. First of all, we need to identify a previous selected month and year for the measure that we will be writing. This month and year will form a compound code that contains year and month number over date column of a union data table. We will add two columns inside the union data table. We will be retrieving year from the date column first. Now it's time to add another calculated column that will be retrieving the month number out of the date column. Now we will be creating a new calculated column for the period. That will be a combination of year and month columns. If length of a month is equal to 2 digits, if it is October, November or December, we will leave period as is. If it is 1 for January till September, then we will be adding 0 to the period code. At this time, the data type is text, but we will convert it into number. Now, we will be moving with very small and simple steps. First of all, we will create a matrix table where rows will be periods and values will be revenues totals, the first line of an income statement. Now it's time for the previous period measure. The name for this measure will be P revenues totals. P goes for the previous period. We will start with declaring of a variable. We need to identify our current period. The name for this variable will be current period. This will be nothing but selected value function for the period column of a union data table, period column that we've just created. Now we need to identify a previous selected period. For that, we will introduce another variable with the name previous period. Here, we will be calculating maximum value for the period inside period column of a union data table. For this maximum function that lives inside calculate function, we need to add two filters. First filter, we need only selected dates inside date column of a union data table. And the second filter, we need periods less than current period. Let's return previous period variable and see what it gives us inside our matrix table. Now we can see previous selected period in front of current period. Let's go back to our measure. So what we're going to return finally? We will be calculating revenues totals measure, but we are adding all selected function over union data table, because we need only selected dates. And second filter, period value will be equal to previous period variable. Let's press enter and see what that gives us inside our matrix table. Here we can see previous selected month revenues in front of current month revenues. Now I can move further and extrapolate this logic to all other income statement lines. That will be the topic of our next tutorial. All tutorial links you will be able to find in the description of this video. If you find these short tutorials valuable, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.